The Dream Draper G5 Gold Edition has a new enhanced text feature. So to insert text on your canvas, just click on your text icon located up here and click on the canvas where you want to place that text. You'll see a small little text box opened up and you can start typing your text. You can start typing your text across the entire canvas. The text is much more what you see is what you get, which is called WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. WYSIWYG. Now, the other thing that you can do is in this text box you can copy a portion of the text, and to copy it, press Control C. And then you can press Control V to paste that text. And look, I've made a copy of WYSIWYG. And when you're done, just click on the canvas. You can also copy text from other sources. So in this example, I'm going to click on my text icon again and click on the canvas to position the text. And in another document, I have some installation instructions which I copied, and in order to paste it into Dream Draper, again, I can depress Control V on my keyboard. There, you see that? I was able to just copy instructions, installation instructions from another document, and paste into Dream Draper. And when I'm done, just click on the canvas. There. You can then edit the text. Simply highlight the text box with your mouse and then click on the Properties tab. You can see that the Properties window has now opened up and you can now edit your text. Now, I always like to stick the Properties tab to keep it open, and in order to do that, just click on that push pin icon here. There, I've stuck it. And if necessary, just pull that Properties tab over to the left to see more of it. There. At the top of the Properties window, right here, you can modify your text. So if you want to modify or add more text, you can just start writing it in or typing it in here in your text box. You may have to use those scroll bars to see the full text. And you can say, customer has a friendly dog. And when you're done modifying the text, click on the Apply button right here. There, you can see that the new sentence was added to your canvas. When you have text that is highlighted on your canvas and you open up your Properties window, you have all the basic commands for modifying your text, whether it's the font or the font size, style, color, etc. But I want to point out a few features for you. The default font is Arial, but you can always change that just by clicking on the drop-down box here in the Properties window, and you can start scrolling through the selection. If you know what you want to change it to, for example, Times New Roman, just to press T on your keyboard. And you will automatically be taken to all the fonts that start with the letter T. And then you can scroll through the box until you see Times New Roman. There, you can see that the text now has been changed. I want to point something out regarding the font size. The default font size is 36, and of course you can change that. You can click on the drop down box here and you can scroll through and see your various choices. but you may not see the choice that you want. For example, right here we can see 26, 28, 32, and 36. Maybe you want to change that font size to 34. Well, you can just type in 34 here and remember to hit the Enter key. And there, you just changed your font size to 34. Now I've zoomed into the canvas so that you can see this next example better. The Dreamdraper text tool has a lot of the common font features that you will see in other programs, but I do want to point something out to you. You can change the color of your font by clicking on your color box right here. And the color palette will open up. And of course you do have your eyedropper tool where you can pick up a color off of your canvas. But say you wanted to change the color to red. There. Notice that that is your fill color. Red is your fill color. The font actually has a black outline, which is called your stroke color here in your properties window. If you don't want to have that outline, then just click on the None option right here. And that black outline or that black stroke has been eliminated. If you want to get it back, of course, just click on your color button right here. Now, the other option that you have is being able to take out that color and have your text slightly translucent. You've got your slider bars here for the fill, which right now is the red, and you've got your slider bar here for the stroke, which right now is the black. So if you wanted to be able to see through your text, just move your slider bar to the left. Now I've actually moved the slider bar to the left and taken out most of that red color. It went from 100% red to 20% red. And you can actually see through the text, which I'll show you in a second. Remember, you can also move the slider bar on the stroke. And as you can see, I have taken out color from the stroke. And by the way, if you have trouble controlling that slider bar with your mouse, you can touch that slider bar with your mouse and then use the arrow keys on your keyboard. You can use the left arrow key, depress the left arrow key to move that slider bar to the left, or depress your right arrow key to move the slider bar to the right. Now in this example, I've changed the font to the Arial black font, and I've restored both the fill color and the stroke color. As you can see, those slider bars are now back to the right at 100%. You can change the size of that outline or that stroke width. Notice that the default value of the stroke width is set to 1. If you want to make it thicker, you can just click on one of these little arrows here. I'm going to click on the top arrow and change the stroke width to 2. Or you can change it to 3 and make it even darker. If you want to change it to a fractional amount, you can just type the value in here. So I might want to change it to 1.5. And remember, hit the Enter key. There. When done, and to close the Properties panel, remember you can click once again on that push pin right here. There. You can use those opacity slider bars to create a faint, unobtrusive watermark for your designs. And one last feature regarding the text tool. We had mentioned that the default text is your Arial font with a font size of 36. If you would like to change that in the program so that every time you open up the Dreamdraper program, your text option is a different font or size, just click on the Edit command here and click on Edit Preferences. The Edit Preferences window will open, and you can select your text option here, and you can change the default font, font size, and color. And every time you open up the Dreamdraper program, it will remember what your preferences are until you decide to change them again.